welcome back to Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists. This week on the show, we have some spooky models. That's right, Halloween costume models.
Costumes for Halloween have been a tradition since Halloween began. But how do you know what you're going to look like unless the model in front of the costume bag shows you exactly what that outfit entails? We sat down with 4 of the most premier costume models, and you might recognize their face, but you might be surprised that they're not wearing your favorite outfit.
And what better fashion week than this, the week of October 17th, 2024, as we rent the runway Halloween style.
So let's get those ghouls up and get ready to clown. Let's listen in. Hello. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Hello. It's nice seeing you guys again.
Hello. Very good to see everybody outside of the big flashy studio we all go to.
What's up, guys?
It's crazy. I'm not used to everyone not on a white cyc.
It's really funny to see everyone. It's really funny to see everyone not on a white psych. Yeah.
It's wild to see everybody wearing their normal masks instead of the spooky masks we wear for Halloween.
In a way, it's almost... You guys, just kidding. You guys are lookers.
Wait, what was that?
Just kidding around. I was making a little joke where I sort of implied that you guys were ugly dodos, but that's not.
What's a dodo?
It's just a little piece of humor.
Dodo?
That's an extinct bird. That's an extinct bird.
You are really so
and a good
funny.
Halloween costume idea.
That is such a funny joke.
A crazy dodo bird would be a fun costume.
It'd be a fun costume.
Definitely.
That's what we call in the industry an explainer costume, yes. Where you gotta have your pitch ready because people are gonna be asking you all night long, what are you?
Well, hold on a minute. We can't disclose industry secrets quite yet, I don't think.
I think we should. We have no paperwork. Let's just. There's no laws. Let's do it.
Okay.
Are you suggesting we give away our secrets?
I mean, listen, guys. I don't really even know who our boss is. We have like a technical sign-in sheet when we come in. The photographer is like barely working for us. Like sometimes I'm like, is there a ghost that hires us?
It is interesting. Not a lot of people know that the Halloween modeling industry has a rule: no one can direct the photo shoots. No photo shoots have a director. So we're all sort of on our own, doing our own thing, trying to do our best and put our own little spin on it. You know?
Yes. Well, as my partner said on our first date, buy me dinner first, right? So let's do some intros. My name's Astrid Sand. It's so wonderful to be here with all of you. Models, fun. We're having fun. I am kind of the queen of inflatables. I am the one in all the costumes that are big. The female costumes for inflatables. So talking horses, we're talking ostrich, we're talking big alien holding little man in front of him. I do all sorts of inflatables.
Classic.
Inflatables require a specific internal body temperature because it's so hot in those. So I run cool and I am cool, and it's just really fun to be with all of you. It's really fun. I'm really happy to be here.
You have the biggest campaign I know of because you did the ones where every inflatable color. So just like orange,
yes,
purple.
Just big orange, big red, big blue, big green.
You were
kind
on
of
set
generic,
for a long
big,
time for that one.
Yes, I was.
A brilliant costume and a brilliant scare.
It was.
And a great collaboration with Pantone.
Oh, yes.
They had you
and
know,
Bear.
every color.
Bear paint.
So I'm in a 50-year project with Pantone. I'm getting every single color in their thing, whatever that book is called, their Pantone Color Codex book. I'm doing all of them. I think right now we're on 77814, which is Salmon.
I mean, FF8271 brought me so much joy and excitement. I said, what is this shade of pink?
Okay, well, that's interesting because it was called Nightmare Pink. And you're kind of a creepy guy, so it makes sense to me.
Oh, stop. Thank you.
It's just really cool.
Yes.
It's really cool they're doing it practically because, you know, I'm only 7, but I could tell they could probably just put you in green and change the color.
Wow. That's interesting, and don't let them hear this.
Don't tell them that. Because
let
I
them hear
remember
this.
I was so jealous of you when you booked that because that is 365 days a year of
It's
employment.
literally no vacations, and I don't know why you're jealous. But it is 30 minutes of work a day, so it's doable. It's just kind of a meditation in a way, is how I see it. But I'll tell you why they can't do the green screen, and I'll tell you why they can't do it in post. Because the folds have different shadows. So the color's a little darker on around different curves. And I have very, very unique curves that can't be caught by AI. And so it's very specific. So
Wow.
Yes.
That is delicious.
Oh.
Hey, everyone. I am Gregory Malloy Brown. I am 9'4", and I do the tall ones. I kind of stumbled into this career, a literal stumble, when I accidentally tripped and fell into the studio where they were doing the Halloween shoots. Wrapped myself up in some green gauze, fell right into the gauze rack, and I fell right into all the makeup racks, and they said, stop, we gotta take your photo. So now if you ever see a spooky big one, you know who's behind the mask.
Your Babadook is inescapable this time of year.
Thank you
It's just
so
pictures
much.
of you as that Babadook all over town.
Look, when the Babadook comes around, Gregory Malloy Brown is found.
You're so tall. You always talk about how you could have had a career in basketball.
Yep, I'm so tall. I always that almost sounded like a Yo Mama joke, which I really
You're
appreciate.
so tall that I don't know what your mama is.
Okay.
A little before your time, Gil.
Oh,
A
you
little
would love
before
them,
your
I think. I
time.
think they're actually your age group. I think you would love them. You kind of
You're-
learned them at your age.
Really?
So the playground would be lit afire.
Take me back. I'm jealous.
Oh, I miss those days. Those were the best days.
Gregory, I wanted
Man.
to talk to you because, you stumbled into stardom, as we like to say, but also, of course, you are the inspiration for a lot of the spooky animatronics that are being made. At Spirit Halloween, a lot of the tall ones where the heads fall off and stuff like that, they're using your body dimensions.
They're using my exact body dimensions. They
Yes.
use a lot of my head, and it's a whole process of gauzing and wrapping and gauzing and wrapping and 3D printing. Who else but Gregory Malloy Brown?
Yay! Yay!
Thank you.
Yay! I
You're
love
wonderful.
when Gregory comes to the office with the white psych, and you bring all those ladies.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, let's not talk about all my ladies.
You
on
bring
a-
ladies and donuts. It's like Deal or No Deal, but from a bakery. It's so funny.
I say you can have the ladies, but don't touch my donuts.
Every lady has a box of donuts.
It's crazy. They all have a donut.
I've always wondered about these ladies because you're not really kissing them, you're not really hugging them. So are they paid to come around with you, or
Look, Gregory Malloy Brown, I'll never say, you clown.
And what's weird is they hold the box of donuts like it's a briefcase.
They hold
And
them out.
I love the excitement of seeing the faces light up or be disappointed when they choose the wrong box. You wanted glaze? Sorry, this is a bear claw.
And again, it's really, there's no director on set. There's no one to tell you you can't.
nobody to wrangle the
Nobody.
cats, as they say?
There's a door, and we open it, and that's all we know.
And
There's
there's
a
a
white side.
costume. There's a costume on the rack, and then you put it on, hopefully in time, because then a loud sound goes 5, 4, 3, and you have to run in front when it hits 1 for the picture.
Yeah, we sort of have the whole operation on autopilot where you get a warning buzzer when you've been hamming it up for too long. They're introducing a new AI photographer who can kind of tell when you're putting too much sauce on it in the pictures.
And they say, add more.
They
Yes.
say, come on, pile it on, my
This-
friend. It's Halloween.
This
Come
shot should be
on.
all sauce, no chicken. Is
Yes.
what I like to say.
I think they trained the AI on like a 1970s porn director. It's very
He goes,
interesting.
come on, baby, come
Yes.
Give me more, baby. The camera starts saying that. It's wild.
It's very
on. Even
interesting.
I know what that is. Hi guys, I'm Ruthie Pepto, and I am so excited to be here. I have been in the business kind of the longest because I started as an infant doing pumpkins and stuff like that. I have gone viral recently. I know this is a listening podcast, but I did Edna Mode.
Oh, it's Edna.
I did
That's,
Edna Mode.
that's how old you are?
That's no, that
And
was me
Ruthie's
a couple
showing
years
us a
ago.
picture of Edna. Ruthie's
me
showing
as
us a picture
Edna.
of Edna.
And I mean, I was one of those kids where I got into the business because I don't really smile, and model kids need to smile, and I just kind of stand there. You can put anything on my body. You could put me in a pumpkin, in a mushroom costume, in a vegetable costume, and I kind of just stand. And that's when my mom knew I was meant for Halloween costumes.
You have this glare in your eyes that is both terrifying and blank.
Yes.
You don't know whether you're not thinking or you've discovered it all, like
Yes,
a
and
fish.
I've actually thought about it. Exactly, Gregory, because someone told me that a good kid's costume model needs to look like they're forcing me in the costume. But it
Yes.
can't look like I'm in danger. So it's
Exactly.
walking that
Yes.
line where it's like, uh-oh, I'm a candy corn. Oh, how funny is this? They did this to me. I didn't choose this. But not like, please help me. I have no autonomy over my life.
Yes, it's
No,
funny.
there's
I was,
something called
yes.
for children, because I used to be a kid's Halloween model myself way back in the day, and they want to shoot with something called the parental gaze. You know, sometimes women
Yes.
are complaining about the male gaze in film. You want to be able to see the parents putting the kid in the costume in the kid's eyes, if that makes sense.
I think we're all on board with stopping the parental gaze in movies. It's about time it came to an end.
Yes. We need to stop watching movies and know that parents made them. I want to watch
Yes!
movies and know that people without children made them, that children made them, that people
Yes,
that,
the
you know.
childless gaze. That's
Yes,
what we need
the
more
childless
of.
gaze. I want to mention too. I had to change once in the children's dressing room because they were doing a football team in the other dressing room.
Thanks for
And-
mentioning that.
Yes, that's it. No, I was there in the dressing room and I was changing, and there was a poster on the wall that says "coerced but not kidnapped," and I think that's such a wonderful phrase.
Yes. That's like
That's
literally.
a good
Such
guideline.
That's
when
such
I
a
tell you-
wonderful phrase.
When I tell you my face
Such a
naturally,
wonderful
it's
phrase.
a wonderful phrase. My face naturally gives coerced, not kidnapped every
And that's
time.
good.
It's coerced, not kidnapped, resting face, and it's just
You know what
And
I
so
like
what
to have
do you
you
think
do?
that sign means? Is that helping kids or is that helping adults trick kids?
no. It's our. I think it's like the brand we're giving.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Like a little motto, how like they have a little sign in some theater green rooms that say "Leave the drama on the stage."
Yeah.
It's kind of like one of those things where it's like just a guideline, just
Oh,
a
yes.
guideline.
And I want to say, I
Oh.
want to say, Ruthie, also just real quick. I love you. Edna Mode was one of my faves of yours, but you do a lot of the big movie characters, and your little Beetlejuice was so fun this year.
Thank
Oh,
you.
so little,
really
so
fun.
little.
I think my favorite was Little Scarface. That was fun.
Oh,
Oh
that
my!
was-
With the
Say
working
hello to my
AK.
big friend because the gun was big compared to
Say
you.
hello to my big friend. I'm
Yes.
small, and the gun is big.
Yes.
Well, I'll take that cue. I am Rick Hairdo, and I do a lot of the funny guy costumes. So any guy who wants to be funny at a Halloween party, they call me Rick Hairdo. I do everything from a Deadpool, you know, your standard playing a funny guy, to actually really hilarious Halloween costumes. Like I do this great snake charmer costume where the snake is, where my pants would be, and it's sort of crawling out like something I won't say, so we don't get demonetized.
Your phallus, your member.
Like my
That-
my.
You mean
and
your
this-
dick? You mean your dick?
Whoa,
Oh,
Ruthie.
whoa,
Ruthie,
Ruthie
whoa.
Pepto.
Ruthie.
I'm a Hollywood kid.
Ruthie Pepto.
I'm a Hollywood kid.
Ruthie, Hollywood kid.
Ruthie
Doesn't know
Pepto,
your
you
mama
know
jokes,
too
but knows
much.
dicks.
Ruthie Pepto, you know too much. So I try and, bring a sort of, I also do, I was discovered in a banana pageant where they find, they dress a bunch of men in banana suits to try and find the best new Halloween costume model. And I was... So the judges called me so hammy, it might as well be Christmas Day.
Yes.
And from then on, I've been working ever since, about 25 years in this industry. And I'm really grateful for everything.
I miss the banana pageant circuit. I used
so
to be a
sad
judge.
They got canceled.
I used to judge the banana pageant at the Salton Sea every year. And it was
that
so
when the
fun.
Salton Sea was a community or after the fall?
Right after. Trying to bring it back. Salton Sea 2.
Salton Sea 2 more sea?
They don't talk about Salton Sea 2. I was one of the architects of Salton Sea 2.
Wow.
It's, those pageants, I do miss them. It was a great opportunity for Halloween talent to be discovered. Now, if you want to get in,
and
it's
I've always loved your work, and I will say you have a certain je ne sais clown, if you will, where there's something you bring
That's
to
good. Can I take that?
You can definitely not take that. It's branded. I've taken it.
I
I've
want
cut
it.
Oh, you definitely can't take it.
You definitely
You're killing
can't.
me.
You
Gregory,
definitely
you're
cannot
killing me.
take it. It's mine.
Gregory, you
Take on
gave
it.
me like a hilarious slogan to describe my life, and you won't let me have it. Please let me
You'll
have
have
it.
to work for it. You'll have to play my game and win.
Gregory, you're
Quick.
killing me, my friend.
Quick, which one has the chocolate donut? Ladies.
Ladies. I'm gonna
also
go
nice.
Sandra.
Oh,
Sandra, do you have the donut?
rainbow sprinkles. Sorry,
No.
not this time.
Okay.
Out of here. Go. Out.
Your
back.
games are
Gregory.
sick and twisted.
Let her speak, please.
Huh?
Let
Let
the
the
lady
women
speak.
speak.
Oh, not this time. They're already out in my car.
They ran so fast.
Forgot to drive a people mover.
A sprinter van.
Coerce, not kidnapped.
It's not kidnapped, and that
No, it's
applies
not
to women too.
I don't understand. That applies.
And that applies to women.
Oh wait, no, it doesn't. Only in the context of this. Wow, there I go, putting my foot in my mouth,
Well,
which is
that's
another
what I was gonna
costume I
say.
did.
You have a je ne sais clown that
Your
just
foot-
teeters the line a lot of the time of, is this funny or is this really, really, really offensive?
Yeah.
And that's what I love
Yeah.
about
Lascivious. Really
Your
fun.
foot in your
Yeah.
mouth is so big that it's a giant peach.
And,
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes.
it
Interesting.
is a giant
That's
peach.
almost a Yo Mama joke just now that we heard.
I don't know what those are.
Okay.
You gotta bring that to the playground, Ruthie. I think these TikTok kids don't know about it yet.
I don't know what
Generation
those
Alpha.
are. I don't know what those are so much that I'm confused.
You know what I want to say,
You're doing
Mr.
it. You're kind of giving the sound of a your mama joke.
Getting the cadence of it for sure.
Mr. Funny Man Chokes costume. I wanted to bring up something that I
Yeah.
love that you do, which is that you fought really hard because there was a really, really offensive costume that we saw, which was just veiny dick, right? You were dressing
Yeah.
as that once, and it caused kind of an uproar with the
It was
women.
called the old poker.
The old, correct. That's what it was called. And it was offensive to us. It was offensive to us. Well, first off, it's an inflatable, so that was my department, and they tried to make me wear it, and I said, I will not wear this.
Second of all, it was 8 feet, so it was in my department too.
Yes.
And that
And
kind
you
of
said
got
no.
me.
But then you said, you put it on and you made a huge speech and you said, I will not be making costumes like this again. I will not be propagating this or supporting this. And you fought to be in charge of some of the designs of these costumes to change the image.
Yeah.
And we all voted for you in the Halloween Models Union.
I voted
and
for you so fast. You were the
and
one
we
that
were
made
so
me.
fast.
Sorry.
You're our
So-
president.
I mean,
Yeah.
and thank you for acknowledging. I would not
Yes.
be the president of HAG-AFTRA if it weren't for all of the support that
Of
you
course.
guys have given me.
Of course.
It's funny you bring that up because
Right, and I do want to bring up the
funny
other
guy
thing
contests.
I want to bring up the other thing, which is you became the president and they got worse. And that's the only thing I wanted to say.
Thank you, Astrid.
So
because
thank you.
I thought it was inappropriate when you put me the same year of Veiny Dick. You put me in the it's not a, what is it? Eggplant emoji costume.
Yes.
We knew the writing on the wall for that. We knew you thought it was a funny joke for a kid to be dressed up as a dick, and it's not.
It's not. It wasn't funny, and that was an oversight on my part. It wasn't funny. I thought, you as a funny guy. I always say, I'm a funny guy model. I'm not a funny guy. I only have the appearance of making a costume that is funny, that is hilarious, but I myself don't have any comedic instinct whatsoever. So a lot of times I miss the mark on that kind of stuff, and I take it back to the fight I did over that veiny dick costume. I really wrestled with that for a long time.
Well, I thought so. We voted for you because we thought you were going to get rid of that costume. What you ended up doing was putting gray hair on it, giving it glasses, and giving it a cane, so it really more looked like old poker, the old poker.
A gray
old poker.
Gray hair on a veiny dick. Yeah.
I went down
the
to
dick old.
Yeah,
It
it was
was
ridiculous.
I was wrestling with this. I was wrestling with this decision, and then I went down to. I didn't know what to do. I was tossing and turning. So at 6 p.m., I went down to Flappers in Burbank, and I asked some of the guys who were going up for a mic. I said, yeah, "You guys are some funny guys. So can I run something by you? Let me know if this is funny or if this is ethical or if this is just plain offensive." And we sort of held a little writer's room. We punched it up, and that's how we landed on old poker. But unfortunately, it missed the mark.
Rick, you're just so not funny, and it's
I
crazy
know.
and you give the face that this guy's funny, but then when you gave that dick a cane, it made everyone like it took the air out of the room, and the room already has no air.
Mm-hmm. It's tough. It's tough to tell that the air in a room has been sucked out of when there's almost no crew there, but you can feel that, and I felt that in the union meetings when you guys rightfully put me in my place. But I work for you guys, and I work for Halloween modeling. So, and this might be a good time to bring it up. Do you guys have any gripes with the Halloween modeling industry that you would like me to negotiate with
HAG-AFTRA?
HAG-AFTRA.
Yes,
Well,
of course.
And this is obviously, the president of HAG-AFTRA runs a 6-week term. So you have to move fast.
Yeah, and I actually, if you could get me answers by end of day, I'm freaking out. So,
And then the election's all year.
Well, usually
Elections
And then
all
it's the election.
year.
it's exhausing. Every Christmas, I am knocking on
48
doors
debates.
of Halloween models.
48 debates.
48 debates for what is such a quick blip of a job. It's like a
gotta get in.
surgery recovery time. It's not long.
You gotta get in and you gotta get out, but you need to promote yourself for a long time.
There's a lot of promises and a lot of bashing that go on throughout the year, and we end up not seeing a lot of
It's
what
really
you guys
tough.
promised.
It gets bloody.
Most HAG-AFTRA presidents don't make it to their next term because the Oppo campaigns run for 11 months. And it's just tough for anybody
The
to
targeted
overcome.
commercials are vicious.
They're so regionally specific too, because we're all across the country and mostly in Chatsworth, but there are a couple people in other places.
Yeah, when we say all across the country, we mean all across the county, really.
Yes.
Yeah, or
I
look out in
take the letter R out.
Yeah. Well, Rick, I do want to address like a huge shift in our industry is going from actually being like in the spirit Halloween costume plastic to now being the face of Amazon costumes, right? And there's a difference. Like that is now the norm. And as a 7-year-old, I've seen the company shift.
Yeah.
I've seen
That
the
is your whole
company
life.
shift.
We've been seeing your posts. I mean, I love your the way you take to threads is unbelievable for a 7-year-old.
I've never seen somebody utilize a jitterbug in the way you're using it for social media. It's shocking. A
I
children's
connected
iPhone.
I connected my jitterbug to the apps, just because I need it. I need it.
It has completely. I mean, it's leveled up. I mean, It's now where the risk of becoming a meme. You know, that's the crazy thing is now with all these phones and these people, sometimes, you know, I think we've all experienced somebody takes a photo of us wearing a costume in our costume bag and go, what is this person doing? And little do they know, I'm doing my art, you know?
Yeah, we're a lot of memes these days.
We're so many memes. We're so many memes.
It's
me as
really
the mailbox, me as just a kid as a mailbox, blew up.
Yes, yes. They're using it as a ghosting. It's like him. Hey, I'll hit you back. Me.
And it's me going. What is it? Coerce, not kidnapped.
That's honestly a brilliant meme.
That is a brilliant meme.
Incredible meme.
Let's do a couple
Do you
more.
mind if I take that? That's hilarious.
It's a brilliant fucking meme. Just a baby as a mailbox.
Just a baby as a mailbox, just waiting. Oh, as per my last email, just following up.
That's a good one too. That's a really good one.
Yeah, just following up. Yeah.
Or like the one where they're like, where's my FabFitFun box prescription? All these people are stealing boxes. I tried. I'm 7.
It's good. It was really good for 7.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's tough. And the Amazon thing, you know, it makes everything faster. Because, you know, back in, I'd say probably around when you were born, when Left Shark came out, you know, they had a little bit of...
Now I feel old.
I know.
That
Roll
made
your
you
eyes
feel
again,
old?
Astrid.
Yes.
You'd be great for a sarcastic guy costume. Have you ever tried one?
No, I haven't, because sarcastic woman costume is relabeled bitch. So you have to talk about that.
No, now it's scammy little thing.
Oh, it's scammy little thing?
yeah. Because bitch was too inappropriate. It's scammy little thing.
Something that the
little
last
thing.
HAG-AFTRA president was working towards because
The name changes. She did. She.
You can't claim that as diversity because you got the job after her. You can't say she like you did that.
After a woman.
That's
And
not
in
a
a way, I
diversity.
was following in her footsteps.
No, Rick, I'm 7 and I know that's not true.
What, the ex-president, a woman who happened to be a woman, and we're very proud of it. And it's a shame. I felt so bad running that Oppo campaign against her for so long.
Yeah,
Rick,
all those
it's a
things you
long
said.
campaign.
She's not capable enough because
Rick.
she's a she was kind of crazy, right?
Well, I'm not a funny guy. I can't really figure out how to put these a lot of these funny jokes are a little misogynistic. Even in the costumes, you can just tell that.
Well, that's something I did want to talk to you about. You toe the line on misogyny and cultural appropriation a lot of the time.
Your misogyny's so big, I could take it on a cruise ship.
Okay, that's an interesting one. Take that to the
your
school
mama.
ground. Take that to the schoolyard.
You're wasting them here. You
You're wasting
gotta
them.
take that to the playground.
You're
Get
burning
yourself
them.
some clout, kiddo.
But go ahead and answer about the misogyny, Rick.
Well, yeah, it's tough because I definitely got some heat for what I call my man as a lady cheerleader costume, because the joke is that I have a beard, right? And that's hilarious because why would a man do cheerleading? Why would he do that? That's just something that me and my friends like to laugh about. But I've been told by many women in HAG-AFTRA who. What? In a positive way. Who have told me, that's actually not fair. And
I feel
those
bad for you
women,
too because it's not like you're coming up with the costumes. You show up in the costumes on the rack,
No, in a way, our gripe should be with the costume manufacturers. But that's a problem I see all the time in these meetings. We turn on each other.
Well, speaking of that, I did want to bring up one of my things, for the HAG-AFTRA State of the Union is you talked a little bit about these costume punch-up rooms. And I think there should be room in there. You know, it's a very popular thing for these costumes where you can't use the name of the character, so you have to do a generic name, right? And that's a
Not
huge
Aladdin,
opportunity.
It's Man with Flying Carpet.
Yes,
Not
of course.
Clifford, it's Big Red Pup.
Yes.
Because even Big Red Dog
See, you almost
actually
did
doesn't
it.
work.
You almost
Yes,
fell
exactly. So
It's hard.
you know, Sydney Sweeney wig, you know, sexy lady girl.
Well, that
wig.
one I did have a problem with because that's just a blonde wig. She can't take that.
It is just
she
a
can't
blonde
take
wig.
that.
And then they tried to do the girl that broke up Glenn Powell's marriage wig. And I didn't think that worked
yes.
either.
No.
But that
wasn't
wasn't testing as well as girl who people are using her body to do culture war stuff online.
Yeah.
And it didn't sell quite as well either.
Or a tired girl, big tits wig.
Whoa.
Sorry, I'm
Ruthie. Ruthie.
Whoa,
Ruthie. Don't take that one to the playground.
So I was wondering if we could do a couple of them. I know there's a couple on the slate, and I think it would be an opportunity for us to kind of show that we know what we're doing. I know there's an Elphaba costume that's litigiously being argued about right now. How are we going to label this Green Witch? And Green Witch is taken. So
Green Witch has
feels
been
like you
taken
just
since
did
the
it.
50s.
Taken by the
You did amazing.
standard Green Witch costume.
yes,
But you
Green
have to.
Witch.
I was thinking something along the lines of movie witch, maybe to differentiate it from the Green Witch.
That's
I
almost
don't know.
funny. That's
I don't
almost
know.
funny.
I'm not a funny guy.
Movie
is
Witch.
good.
I was going to say witch with voice and pain. Maybe.
Witch with voice in pain.
Is that? I'm not a writer. Is that anything?
I don't understand that one.
What about that? Can we just call
Witch
it
that goes, ah.
Witch with signature rift. Witch with signature riff.
That's it.
Witch
Witch with signature riff.
Signature riff. Yes, that's good.
I was going to pitch Witch that's friends with Ariana Grande.
Oh, but then you'd have to change it because the Ariana Grande costume
so
is
let's
Tiny
work
Girl
on that
Big
one.
Ponytail.
Yes.
So Witch that's friends with Tiny Girl Big
Tiny Girl Big
Ponytail.
Ponytail. That's it.
Wow.
What about the Joker costume we're trying to run through?
Really?
That they're calling it mental illness.
Yeah, we need
Yes,
to change
I don't
that.
like that.
Eh.
Mental illness clown is what they're calling it, and I don't think it captures it at all.
Absolutely.
What about deranged businessman? Because he's wearing a suit.
Okay.
He is wearing a
okay.
suit. And in the second movie, it's kind of a courtroom drama, right? So, clown,
Maybe
unwell
clown-
clown who represents himself. Sorry, spoiler.
Wow, that's interesting. What about a clown with signature laugh?
Interesting.
And then the girl version, the Lady Gaga version, you could say clown with signature laugh girl.
Can I
good.
ask why have we never labeled a costume with the name as a question? Like, what if his name was why he's so serious?
That's a good, I guess because it's not a label, it's a question, maybe,
Wait,
fundamentally.
so it's called Why He's So Serious?
Yes, question mark.
I modeled for a costume that was a question, and it looked like a bowl of soup, but it also looked like a chicken pot pie. So it was a kid. So it said soup question mark. Didn't do well.
Yeah, I kind of
It's
don't
tough.
understand
The
it.
questions are tough.
Yeah,
No,
and I know I
I'm
just
right there.
shot the air out of the
I'm
room there.
plugged in.
Because they
I'm
kind of
plugged
sound
in.
like poems a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to wear a poem. You know, they either want to. I mean, let's talk about the core Halloween emotions that people want to tap into. They want to be scary. They want to be funny. They want to be
Sexy.
Sexy for sure.
And
they-
some want to be heady, confusing, make them feel smarter than you because they can't figure out your sort
They
of
want to go, do you know what I am? And then you
wordplay.
spend 5 minutes going, I don't. And then they go, no, look, it's this. And you're like, oh, yeah, I guess, yeah.
And I'll speak for my community too. They want to be amorphic. They want you not to know the shapes of their bodies. They want you not to know where things begin and end. Because I was, of course, in the younger days, I was the original Dallas Cowboys cheerleader model in the 70s and 80s for those costumes.
I saw you in the documentary. It was
You
really
weren't a
nice
Dallas
to
Cowboys
see.
cheerleader. You were just
Costume.
a model? Yeah.
I was the model in the costume. But I was, but I was in the documentary.
You were, yeah. Oh, I thought
I
you were
love
one of
it.
the
They just
hot
put
ladies, but no, I remember now. You were
Yeah,
one
they
of
No,
the...
there was-
They had that
Yeah.
3 seconds where they went, and we were even Halloween costumes, and then boom, and then you went away.
And they did the Ken
That's what
Burns
you
kind of
were.
up and down zoom of my costume.
Yes.
And
It
then
looked
what?
like it went. It looked like it went into iMovie. It looked like it went into iMovie really quick.
Yes, it did. And I can't believe you guys didn't come to my premiere party for that. I was so excited.
I
Sorry.
couldn't come.
It was
I'm
so
so
fun.
sorry.
down.
I had
Oh my
to-
god!
I've been
I made
trying to
so
figure out how
much
to
chili,
call
and
an
so
Uber.
few people came. I ate it for 3 weeks.
Been there.
Oh, I think
Gregory, what are you doing with those women at your house? I gotta know. Did they come home with you?
just a quick heads up. I think Ruthie has frozen in some way. Hopefully we'll see.
no.
In a big way. This
In a
feels,
big way.
Big, major way. Oh, what do you do with a frozen kid? Should we WebMD it?
Oh, I'm back.
hello.
Oh, there she is. Thank God, because I really didn't know what to do.
We were
worried
almost
you had-
Ruthie. We were on WebMD looking at what to do with the frozen kid.
I'm so sorry. You know what happened? It's because I'm taking this call on my jitterbug.
Oh,
Oh, that'll
incredible service for a jitterbug. So I
But
can't
it's
even do
breaking
that.
down. It's breaking down.
Amazing. Well, for me, I kind of run an interesting gambit because not a lot of sexy guys are trying to choose me. My costumes are kind of for the more twisted folk, the people that would wear a giant suit and go. A lot of the people that are trained in, what are they called? The things you put on your feet to make you taller.
Stilts.
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 A lot of stilt people. A lot of Jack Skellington types. People
you
that
also-
want to be Jack Skellington.
Gregory, you also have so many that are just the head. Like, you kind of represent, like, men who go to costume parties, like, wearing their normal clothes with just a mask.
That's big, because I don't fit into a lot of the costumes, they do use my head, which is the perfect head size for a man. I have the perfect head size and perfect shape of head for a man in general.
How'd
So
you
they-
find that out?
Yeah, how'd you find that?
Trial
Compared
and
to
error.
what? Okay.
Trial and error. I would walk up to a lot of men and feel their heads and figure it out. And then
And you figured out that there was a best head
there was a median.
shape
There was a
for
median.
man.
By holding heads and figuring it out.
I would go, interesting.
And
Too
Gregory-
big, too small, too hot, too cold.
You don't
And then
think
I would
there's
feel
any
my own and go,
confirmation?
Just
you don't-
right.
Okay, you don't think there's any confirmation bias there? You're starting with your head. Is the hypothesis
You
my
kind
head
of
is
went,
perfect?
oh, mine is a little better than the head I'm feeling here.
Yeah. How do you
don't know
even
about
feel your
that.
own head?
No, I don't know about that. I mean, look at this. Oh, yeah. Whoa.
I mean, did you go into a hat store or anything? How did you... All right.
Wow, wow, oh, how
Whoa.
hot shot.
Whoa.
Hot shot.
I can't tell.
So,
I can't tell if he's looking at the girls holding donuts or he's holding his head.
To be
Sometimes
honest,
both.
I'm
Ruthie.
because the
suddenly.
girls are kind of opening up and closing the boxes every
Oh,
time you
yeah.
say hot cha cha.
I'll tell you, I'm suddenly not scared for those girls anymore. I don't think he's into them at all. I think he wants to fuck
No,
his
I
own
don't
head.
think so. I think this has nothing to do with them.
Wowee, give me more. Ha, ha.
Ew! He wants to fuck his own head.
Hey,
Don't repeat that.
Ruthie.
Ruthie.
Ruthie,
Sorry.
where's your parents?
You guys know.
in
Yes, we do
Glendale.
know.
In
They're in
Glendale,
Glendale.
at your house.
They used to come to gigs and then they can't anymore.
Yeah, they had your other. They had your siblings.
Yeah.
Your two siblings.
And they brought their own lights, and it confused everybody.
Well, I was always upset. They kept on setting their lights to sepia, too daylight looking.
It was so weird.
We shoot blue. We
We
shoot very white.
Blue.
We shoot blue. We do
My
not
dad-
shoot
My dad has a
yellow.
heart
White
for
for blue.
gaffing. White for blue. My dad has a heart for
white for blue.
gaffing. Yeah, no, it sucked. My parents were just, I mean, we talk about stage parents, right? But talking about stage model parents, it's a whole other breed, especially when we're being used. I mean, I think our contracts just aren't enough anymore because we take one picture and they can use it. Are they using you guys and changing the costume you're wearing sometimes based off of the picture? If I'm not specific enough in my face, I know they're going to use it for a different costume, and
We
I'm out
have
$30.
to get AI out of costume.
HAG-AFTRA has to speak to that. I
actually
time.
it's in my rider, but it's because we had a really, really, really radical president about 25 years ago who made a specific clause just for me because I was complaining about it. It was passive aggressive, but now it turns out it was correct.
It worked out for you.
Yeah.
Look,
He said, well, how about we just give you this? And I said, I'll take it. And look who's laughing now.
It's unbelievable that you got an AI HAG-AFTRA writer in your contract 25 years ago.
Well, it was
'cause you
egregious. They
watched
would
that
cut
movie.
my face out of the real magazines and they'd put the face on other costumes. It was physical. You'd get one in the paper that had tape on it.
It's
Yeah, they used
origami
to
AI.
splice it
Yes.
like old film where they'd splice different things on top of each other. I'm really trying, but
You got to
I
push
mean,
harder. Look, I think we can all agree. We're fine with AI in the writers' rooms. That makes sense. That makes a
in fact,
lot of
Halloween
sense.
costume names should be AI. That's the only thing that I
That's
believe
what you've been running on.
should be AI. Yes, because I'm trying to appeal to everybody. I got a big wide tent, right? I got to appeal to some guys because all the funny guys who buy the funny guy costumes also love AI.
Oh, yeah,
So I got to
those
keep
guys.
everybody happy.
Anybody who buys a funny guy costume has a cryptocurrency wallet.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And they're going
Even
to an
if it's
NFT
not a lot.
party in that costume.
Yeah, they have
Yes.
a lot. And so it's like, because I got to eat too, right? Because I'm
Yes.
not going to be HAG-AFTRA president forever because the Oppo campaign has already started.
Well, and we know
Dasha
why.
Spears has already started her Oppo campaign
Dasha
against
Spears
me.
of Dill Pickle Spears.
Oh
Dill
my
Pickle
gosh.
Spears.
She's got those Dill Pickle Spears.
She's promising pickle money is going to change the Halloween costume industry.
I'm sorry, if she thinks that
Oh, no.
pickles...
Where did
lost Ruthie.
Oh, the kid's gone.
Oh, God.
Shit. Wow, we got a WebMD. Where'd the kid go?
We got a WebMD where the kid
Where'd the
went.
kid go?
disappeared
Where'd
kid.
the kid go? Where did the child go?
Okay, Google disappeared kid. That's
we-
not good.
Oh, we're in a new
Ruthie,
order.
you made
We're-
it back.
Okay, Ruthie's back.
Ruthie.
We're now in a new order on the Zoom, which is wonderful.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my internet went out on my jitterbug. Actually, a complete internet loss, so now I'm back.
Wow.
Well, welcome back, Ruthie. I'm
Hi,
really
Ruthie.
glad we didn't have to call anybody to go do a wellness check on you.
We were at WebMDing what to do with a disappeared kid.
Here's the problem. Who would you call? Who would you call if I wasn't okay?
Oh,
Ruthie.
Sorry, Ruthie, is this a real emotion or a costume you're preparing for?
Who would you call if you thought I was stuck? Who would you call?
That's it? I guess your parents, they live in Glendale. They're
Ruthie-
very supportive.
Ruthie, are your parents up to something?
Have you ever seen me leave the studio?
Um,
Have you ever seen me
you
come
know,
into the studio?
come to
I-
think of it,
I don't like to
I don't
watch
know if
kids
I've-
walk away, so that's not something that I'm. That's not something I'm doing in practice.
It's not a situation where it's...
Astrid, nobody's accusing you of anything.
I don't watch kids walk away.
Why would you say it like that,
I
Astrid?
think it
do
actually
that?
makes you sound weirder to specify.
Have you ever seen me
Ruthie-
leave the studio? What, am I watching a little ass walk away?
No,
Well, I will
I've
say
been in this
that.
industry for 55 years.
Astrid, don't cover your bases. It's actually making
you
it.
said
It's
to me the
making
other
it
day,
weirder.
you said, I hate to see him go, but I do not watch them walk away.
Exactly. And I've been
You say
saying
it
that.
too much.
I've been saying that since the oil embargo. I've been saying that for years.
Look, Ruthie, I
oil
have to say something.
Sorry, which oil embargo?
78!
Yeah, so wait, sorry, Ruthie, your parent, what's going on?
Well, I noticed something, and Ruthie, because I was a little worried about you. I almost called a wellness check a couple days ago because I noticed, you never come into the studio, you never leave the studio, and I've never seen you eat anything at craft services.
I was actually thinking about writing you a wellness check.
Oh my God. Well, in Ruthie's defense,
Gregory,
writing
that's
one.
funny. Can I take that?
No,
please.
it's mine.
You can't take that. You're not funny. You can't take that. You're not funny.
I am so
You're
little.
not funny.
Please let me have it. Oh, let
You
me
get
have
the
it. I wanna
Family Guy
tweet it.
costumes, the Family Guy and Mean Bart costumes. I get these.
What are you writing?
I get the words.
Oh,
I got nothing to tweet about.
writing a wellness check for 50,000 massages or something. Funny. I also
please let me have it.
no, Rick.
It's not funny.
Oh, that
It's
was
not
so
funny when you take it.
please,
No,
let
Rick.
me
It's
have
not
it.
going to be funny if you
You're
do
not
it.
funny. You're not funny.
No.
Stop trying to make yourself funny. You're not funny.
I just want to say in defense of Ruthie not eating the craft services, it's all Halloween themed Oreos. So it makes me sick. It makes me sick to go there.
The sandwich that has Halloween Oreos, disgusting.
It's too much.
Can I
It's
ask you
too
guys
much.
a
They try
question?
and dress it up like turkey. It's not.
Go ahead.
I have a
Glory.
very interesting question that, when I get into my own head, ooh, va-va-voom, I gotta think about...
It's disgusting how much you want to fuck your own head.
I don't
Yeah, we gotta-
Ruthie, you're a child.
Stop.
I don't
You're
want to
gonna-
fuck my own head.
No,
Yes.
Gregory, it really seems like you're trying to fuck your own head.
What? A
wanna
man can't
please-
compliment a good head? What's
wanna
life?
fuck your skull.
A guy
You wanna
can't
fuck
say
your skull.
anything these days.
I thought I'd heard of every kind of perversion a guy could have based on, the kind of friends I hang out with. But you, Gregory, I have
Look.
never heard the combination of words. You
Heard
want to
it.
fuck your own head.
I
You
lived a
guys are-
life. I lived a life where I was into cruises for 4 years straight. I've seen a lot of men do a lot of weird things. Fuck their own
Men
feet.
fuck their heads.
No, I haven't. Fuck their own feet. Yes.
Look, I don't want to fuck my own head, but maybe I want to take it out to dinner. Okay, is that a
Stop it.
crime?
Stop it.
Look, what comes out of my twisted, dark, sexy, lustrous head is this. How do you guys prepare for when you see the costume on the rack? You have moments to decide how you're going to approach it. And I think that's where our art comes alive. The purest form of
process.
Halloween costume workers, models, is the decision when you put it on. Do you guys find it before? Do you try it on and find it there? I mean, what is the process like?
I can't find it before. If I find it before, it's not going to look right because it's not inflated. I have to be in it, and it has to be inflated. I've done faces. I've pre-thought faces for an inflated costume, and it's usually like this.
Yeah,
And
you're
then when it's
planning.
inflated,
The planning,
like-
planning
Yeah.
doesn't work for me. You cannot plan.
You have to be in it.
You have to be in the moment.
And so
You
it's
have to
a lot
make
of it for
real.
me. I mean, if I'm imagining that I'm in a T-Rex costume.
I love
a lot
that
of
T-Rex.
them, too.
I love that T-Rex
that's
so
good.
much.
It's almost like I see it. I could pretty
That's
much
good.
see it on you.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a brontosaurus that time. You were a
Coerced,
little
not
brontosaurus.
kidnapped.
You got to do the prep. You got to see the
Okay, that's
costume.
grapes. That's bunch of grapes. I know
You
that
caught
face.
me. It's grapes.
That's bunch of grapes.
You caught me. It was grapes.
Yeah, it's a funny costume.
Yes, I
Thank
believe
you.
you have to do the prep, but once you have done the prep and the work, you let it all go and enter the costume. And whatever the costume
Mm-hmm.
tells you, you are the vessel for the costume.
Yeah.
That's my approach.
Yeah, I kind of try and think of, for me personally, like what reaction the costume is gonna get from the people perceiving it, and then I try and mirror that. Like if people are gonna give it a like, oh, that's pretty good, I try and hit the reverse of that, which is right.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
Rick,
that's what made you famous. I don't know. Look,
I don't know.
Rick, you
It's
did that.
just-
I just came up with this.
Yeah, you
That's-
and I did that together, Rick, when we did a costume together.
Yeah.
You were John F. Kennedy, and I was Bloody Jackie,
Yeah,
As a
that
baby.
was
Kind of a
crazy
reverse.
costume.
A twist.
and I was a baby, and I was like,
And you were a baby.
it was.
It's a weird.
They
it's
were
a
pushing it. The perfect daddy-daughter costume.
It was
the perfect
perfect.
daddy-daughter costume.
Yeah, it
Is
was. Imagine John F. Kennedy
and bloody
survived.
Jackie Kennedy.
Imagine Jackie was killed, but was a baby. But
whoops.
JFK survived.
Whoops.
No, it,
I mean,
that,
we
that
have to
one
talk
made me
about
feel
that.
a little weird. I didn't really know how to play that one.
No, but you held my hand,
you
and we
know,
walked together. It was really sweet.
Yeah, I saw because it's like, okay, this is sort of there's sort of a gruesome angle to it, but I was a little confused, and the reaction I was picturing was a little bit, huh? So I kind of tried to give it a, huh?
It was good. I mean, we have to take a second to talk about that. The pair costumes The pair costumes, you've got
my
the
God.
couple costume.
I love when we work together. I
The
love when we all work
father-son.
together.
But
Collabs.
rarely do they talk about the interesting pair costumes too, like the
Yes.
stepson, stepmom costume. I mean,
Yes.
it's just,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
It's
really
weird that they
is.
added that. I think we're getting a little too sex positive, I gotta say.
But can I say, and maybe this is just me thinking out loud, I couldn't believe when it said stepmom, stepson costume. And then I saw the stepson costume. I said, I thought stepsons are multi-layered, right? You can't just pick a stepson. Like, I can't look at you and say
It's
a
hard
stepson.
to look like a stepson. I actually wouldn't have known that it's a
costume-
They
stepson until I...
did.
Yes,
They did.
The costume captured it.
And I said, oh, that is a stepson.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love the Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
It came with
Nintendo
the Nintendo Switch.
Rugby shirt.
Rugby shirt.
And 2 identical pairs of Nikes.
Yes.
Fresh off of Christmas.
Yes. It was so weird, and the wig is barely a wig at all. It's just like close to the skull hair.
And I can't believe it's selling. You have to buy an outfit that includes 2 pairs of new Nikes, and they're
The Nintendo Switch.
It's a $1,000 costume for a couple.
I mean, when they're able to capture a relationship in a costume, it's amazing.
Well, we've all done the family costume. We did when we were all corn.
We did one. We did
Yeah.
the corn costume.
I
Family
remember
of
they
corn.
set us all up. It
Which
was
I will
quite
say,
cute.
I don't fully understand because those were just individual corn costumes.
But
Yes,
There
then
was
I would
nothing that tied it into a family.
It was all of us, right? So I was an inflatable corn. Of course, Rick, you were an ear of corn, so you were corn with a big ear.
Yeah,
Ruthie, you were a little
yeah.
kid corn, and of Gregory, you were.
I was
Doll
big
corn.
corn.
You
I
were
was
big corn.
I
You
was
were scary
in
corn.
A
You were-
suit. I was in
Yeah.
a suit with a corn head that said big corn.
It was called
Ethanol.
Cornfield's Revenge. Yes.
Yeah.
And our
little
familial
creepy.
relationship was kind of confusing because,
Yes.
it wasn't really clear who was married to who, whose kids were who. They sort of, at a certain point, I think they've just started putting 4 actors together and going,
Yeah.
that's a family.
I love the 3 weeks of method living together we did, though. That was wonderful.
That was
it
nice.
was amazing.
And did you notice I
Take
never
me
left?
back.
Yes.
So what are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that I'm owned by Spirit Halloween.
Whoa! My money was on Ghost.
Wait, talk more about that.
My money was on Ghost.
How
I
much
really
money?
thought.
How much money you put down?
I'm boring.
I-
I'm so boring. I thought abuse. I'm so boring.
I just lost $500, Ruthie.
Whoa!
I was doing a side bet on FanDuel about
you-
what's this kid's deal, and I had $500 on Ghost.
I
Were you
love
all
FanDuel.
on- Were you all on FanDuel about me?
Yes, FanDuel's a wonderful way to connect with friends.
I love FanDuel.
So
really
use
good.
our code. That is
Our code
It is
Boo.
FanDuel.
FanGhoul. FanGhoul.
You take HTTP, go to FanDuel / Fangool, and
Where
you
you
can
get a
jump
free $20 credit to use on your first bet, and then it's 5% off the transaction fees for the rest of the month of October. So you really got to hop on that because you're gonna want it. This deal won't last forever, and we're trying to get more sponsorships. So really use our
Please.
code if you could.
Please
On
Fangool.
FanDuel.
Please use our FanGhoul code.
So you're owned by Spirit Halloween. Well, maybe you can tell us how it actually works. I mean, a lot of us just show up. There's a
Yeah.
costume there. There's nobody there really besides a photographer who goes, look, man, they just pay me to be here and take photos. He's so sad. Ooh.
He's sad.
Marius? Have you guys worked with Marius?
I've
Marius
met
is
Marius.
sad.
Marius
so
is
sad.
devastated.
Marius asked me to
Marius
get
is
pizza with him after a shoot once.
Oh, woof.
Yikes.
Woof.
He
At
said
the
Domino's.
Fire?
No, he said Domino's is on the way. He pre-ordered
He
it.
wanted to go to Domino's.
No, it was
He
coming to
wanted to
us.
a pizza store. He wanted to go
He
to
said,
Domino's.
we can't hang out in the studio, but we can sit in the truck bed of my car and eat. I have some Domino's coming. Can I tell you the
Oh,
order?
He didn't want to take you out
What
for
was
a
the order?
slice at the town pizza or something.
Pepperoni jalapenos on Alfredo sauce.
No, no. God.
I gotta listen. If you're any kids listening to
gotta
this,
listen.
word of advice: do not, when you're trying to make a new friend, do not go for Alfredo pizza sauce on the first try.
That's
Don't
huge.
do it.
Ruthie, write
Don't
this
do
down.
it.
Alfredo
look
is
at
for
it.
close friends.
Alfredo, close friends. Now, what about meat lovers?
Fine.
Meat
I'd
lovers.
say it's on the border.
It's definitely
if
a
you're
little
with
aggressive.
A bunch of guys,
it definitely
maybe.
It definitely leans you a certain way. When I see
Okay.
somebody ordering a meat lovers, I go, okay, it's a beige flag for me. First time meat lovers?
Okay, can I bring that up? Because that was a costume I had to do this year, and I don't know what it is.
A beige
meat
flag.
lovers. A
I had
Beige
to do
flag.
red
No,
flag.
I wasn't doing meat lovers.
I
I
had to
did
do
meat
red
lovers in the
flag.
70s. You did red flag, and I was
Yeah, I
beige
did
flag.
red flag. Yeah. And
It's
then
a
who
new-
was green
Yeah,
flag?
it's weird that they did a family of flags.
Yeah.
It was weird.
I was the big
they separated
spooky
us.
flag.
Yeah, you were spooky flag.
Yeah, you were the skull and
Spooky soccer
crossbones.
flag. Yeah, skull and crossbones soccer
spooky.
flag.
Pirates are so spooky to me.
Oh my goodness.
So what a
They're really
beige flag
spooky.
is, Astrid, it feels like you're filled with them. So I feel like it would be great to know. Why are you giving that face? You
Why are
don't
you
know what
giving
it
that
is.
It's beige flag sounds like something to me.
That face was so curious. I bet it could buy you a curiosity card.
Okay. Oh, we're back at the your mama things. Got it.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, I can't drop it.
It's just how you talk. A beige flag is something that makes you go, it's not a red flag, but I'm going to keep looking at that to see if it is actually problematic at
Interesting.
the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yes.
So interesting how we're all like the amount of technological costumes we're doing. Like we were doing like the rainbow poop emoji. We're doing
yes.
salsa girl. We're doing I saw somebody come into the studio the other day because I sleep there, and they just did the Dropbox logo.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, big tech is trying to make a play for Halloween.
Whoa.
Yes, Ruthie, you raise your hand.
raise your hand.
I moved the camera because I raised my hand. I have a question for you guys later.
Okay,
Well,
we'll just
it's
make
so-
sure we
I
hold
mean,
on to
your
that.
hand is raised. It's
Okay,
hard
so
to
just for
ignore
the
it.
podcast listeners, you few and mighty, the camera just moved and Ruthie just switched to locations
I'm
because she
back.
raised her hand. Very exciting.
Very
creepy
exciting stuff
that
happening.
felt like a ghost to me.
I actually do.
Well-
I have a quick question, just for you, Rick.
Just for
Sure.
me?
You're
No, you're
Rick.
not Rick.
You're not
Gregory,
Rick.
what kind of
Just for Gregory?
No, I said Rick.
Gregory? No, he said
Just
Rick.
for me.
That's
I
my
love
I have
name.
a question for
like
the.
this.
I have a question for the president of HAG-AFTRA. We were talking a little bit about how your term is ending. You don't want to do this forever.
I'm not
well, we
the
all.
president of HAG-AFTRA.
Gregory,
No,
zip
you're
it.
not, Gregory.
Stuff a cruller in that beautiful head of yours and shut your mouth.
Oh, don't put me in there. It's like
Okay.
a dream.
Rick, the question I have for you, it's a question you probably have been thinking about a lot.
Of course.
Every president of HAG-AFTRA goes mysteriously missing and winds up dead after their term. And I'm wondering,
Yeah.
I'm wondering what you thought about, if that's something that weighs on you.
Well, of course, as we sit here on today, October 16th, 2024, I know that the day approaches where I will end up in a location where I'm not supposed to be and my heart won't be beating anymore. And I think I got about 14 days left. Usually
Yeah, not a
happens
lot.
on
Have you been getting
November
the signs?
1st.
Because they always used to say,
Yeah.
I'm getting all these signs that
I've been
something's going to be
seeing
happening.
omens that portend doom. Yeah, I think that I've been seeing sort of like black cats, sudden solar eclipses, things that aren't really supposed to happen. So I do know it's coming. I hope that I don't end up like last year's president, Denise, a woman, who
A scammy
ended up.
little bitch.
They stuck her down. They stuck her in a freezer, unfortunately,
They
and
stuck
they
her
put
down in a freezer.
They stuck her down in a freezer. She got too cold. And another guy died in a canoe a couple of years back. Another guy sort of got put on a roller coaster, and he went around so many times that his brain eventually just
So that
stopped
one
working.
by far was the worst, right?
That was awful.
It took a long time.
It took days.
Was stuck, and that felt so preventable. And every time, I remember being there because they said anybody can come because he's coming through again. Let's try to get him. And there were hundreds of people in there, and everyone had nets, and everybody had hooks. They were all trying to grab him.
We all tried, but unfortunately, it is like a natural process for HAG-AFTRA presidents. It's sort of like how octopuses, after they give birth, they rear the child, they die.
Yes.
That's just the circle of life. And you know, when you volunteer, when you try and campaign to run for HAG-AFTRA, you're not long for this world. And you're really given one last gift. So
yeah, and I do love what we do. It's we just give you an opportunity to design the costume that we're going to commemorate you as. And then it becomes a costume we sell.
Have you given that any thought?
What do you think?
Which one?
I'm playing around with some ideas. Because you know that how there are those whoopee cushions, the funny ones where guys will dress up as a whoopee cushion.
God. Nothing is funnier than a whoopee cushion. Nothing is
Okay, Gregory, I know.
Gregory, stop touching your head. Stop
I
touching
know,
your head.
they're really funny.
Stop it.
They're really funny. Well, I was thinking I've been scratching my head about this for 20 years.
Me too.
Okay, chill. When you are the whoopee cushion costume, you don't really get to make the whoopee cushion noise. So what I'm proposing is sort of a...
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, like
The fart noise?
It's too big. It's too big. You can't use it for
You can't use it practically.
It's not a usable.
The mechanism.
It's not
It's not practical. Yeah.
It's a joke, but wouldn't it be funnier if you could use it for what it's for? So that's why I propose a redesign of the whoopee cushion costume to be made of 100 real practical whoopee cushions. So whenever you lie down, you sit down at a party, maybe you find a special someone to kiss, you're gonna be making that fart noise. And I don't know, it's just something that makes me smile a little bit. So, but I'm not settled on that yet, but it would make me happy, I'll say that.
Wow, a usable whoopee cushion costume. I think
100 of them
die.
is good.
Wow.
That's really
Beautiful.
good.
That's beautiful.
I'm just wondering though, if that flap is too big, that's going to be loud. That's going to be like the Dune soundtrack type of fart.
Yeah, I am worried that I'm going
Dune
to crack the
soundtrack
sound
fart?
barriers.
Dune soundtrack
You
kind
guys
of fart.
know, in the Dune soundtrack, that big fart when
Wait.
the worm comes out.
I thought I knew what you meant.
Speaking of Dune,
Now I'm realizing I don't.
I hated being that pile of sand this year for Dune.
Oh,
I think they missed the mark. I think they picked the wrong thing to make a costume out of.
wrong
They
thing.
have
It
so
should
many
have
things.
been the worm. It should have been the worm.
Why
They
was
went
it
with the
made-
sand.
The sand the worm was in.
Is it funny to you fucks that a little kid's a pile of sand?
Go
You know
off.
what? Which one I don't like? The Challenger's costume from this year. I think it's inappropriate. I think it's weird. I think two inflatable guys onto a tennis skirt. It's too
You're
much.
telling me.
Astrid, you did a great job with it, but it was
Thank
bullshit.
you. I looked
Yeah.
up Zendaya for a day before I had to be her. It was
You
very
looked her up
interesting.
for a day?
I looked her up for a whole day. I set a little tomato timer, and I
What were
said,
you
I'm not
searching?
gonna. I looked up everything: Zendaya hands,
What'd you
Zendaya
have
fingers,
to look
Zendaya
up?
arms, Zendaya legs, Zendaya.
Oh, so
I
you
looked
didn't
at them.
click. You didn't click on anything. You just
Oh,
looked
I
it
clicked. I
up.
clicked.
Okay.
Oh, I clicked.
Clicking is part of looking up, darling.
Okay, I'll write that down too. Don't have Alfredo.
Clicking is part of
Clicking
looking
is part
up.
of looking up. Okay.
Kind of
I
one of
got-
my
Clicking is
big
part of
MOs.
looking
Clicking
up.
is part of looking up.
You
Well, I
guys,
guess as we round out here, do we have any final advice that we want to give out?
Okay.
Ruthie, we'll start with you.
Okay, I can raise my hand and see if I'll move.
We've already moved to the position. You're already
Okay.
there.
Oh, I thought I moved back. I guess my question is kind of heavy-handed. I love you guys so much. I think our community's great. And I want to leave this studio. So I'm asking for a ride home.
Sorry, Sprinter van's all
Sorry. Yeah, I motorbike
full.
everywhere.
I got 10 girls and 400 donuts. There's just no room. There's just no room.
A donut's so small. Okay, all right. I'll just
sorry.
stay here, I guess. Yeah.
You can ride the bus with me.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay.
I live
have-
in Montecito Heights, so it's going to be a little bit.
Ooh, stop.
And you take public bus? Yikes.
It's a 3.5 hour trip to
Well,
and there.
I live in Rancho Cucamonga.
No.
Cucamonga.
Okay.
Cucamonga?
Wow.
Cucamongo.
Cucamundo. I believe it's Runcho Cucamundo.
Rancho Cucamundo. I think it's the name we had to use for the Rancho Cucamonga costume.
Oh,
and
yeah.
what a good costume of
That's a great one.
home
a
communities,
house?
community homes. Yeah,
Home
gated
communities.
popping up in ranches.
Yes.
A kid comes up to your door and says trick or treat, and it's a gated community.
Of your own house? Can you imagine wearing that in Rancho Cucamonga? That's terrifying.
That's
Cucamundo.
Runcho Cucamundo. Well, maybe my question was stupid. How do we want to finish this thing?
No.
I'll,
It's wonderful.
I'll give you some advice.
Mine was stupid.
I'll give some advice, and that is, take every moment, because as we enter the sunset of our lives, you really never know when it's going to end. So go outside, listen to the birds, really be present. And if you got something to say it now. Say it now, because you don't know what's going to happen to you next week. And
That's beautiful.
And you know what I want to say is, I really love you guys. And I'm
Amazing.
sorry that it sounds silly to say now, but you were all in line to audition for Paris Fashion Week.
No.
And
What?
I tripped you so you didn't make it. I tripped you because I wanted you guys to stay on the Halloween track with me. So I'm sorry about that.
I've
Sorry.
been trying to get into Paris Fashion Week forever, but I was just always too tall. They built that city in the 1700s. I was never built for it, so it's all right.
It wasn't
Yeah.
going to work out for you anyway.
Because you only happened after the vaccines.
I only happened after the vaccines, and that's why I'm tall. And I go on the record all the time to say I'm tall because of the vaccines. I'm tall because of the vaccines. I don't want to finish the episode this way, but God, you've tilted me.
You know what I would say for the advice is I don't live in regrets. And Rick, I am okay. Yes, I'm related to Yves Saint Laurent. I knew that I was close. I knew. But
I know.
I'm happy to be here because I give a voice to the shapeless. And I'm so grateful for that. My advice, however trite it may be, is wear shoes that are easy to put on and off because you're going to be putting on a lot of costumes.
Oh,
you.
I had $400 on your advice being be yourself.
On FanDuel, me too. My FanDuel.
I saw that. I know. It's
Damn it.
insider betting.
My
got
advice
you.
really
You
quick.
saw me. You can't look at my FanDuel bet. So you rowdy dog.
I have a
advice,
fan.
Get out of your own way to get into your head. Oh, la la boom. Ooh.
Oh my God.
Ay, ay,
Okay,
ay.
ladies, can I have a donut? This has gone too far.
This is how it's gonna end. He's gonna fuck his own head finally.
Everybody, get out of here. I've got to bend down.
I can't leave, so I guess unfortunately I have to watch this.
No, that's not how we're ending
That's
this.
not what we're saying.
You
That's
know
not
what?
we're
Rick,
saying.
Rick, let's head out. Let's let Ruthie watch this man fuck his own
Ruth
head.
keeps forgetting she's 7. We're not. I'm not
It's a-
doing that.
it's the
I'm not a
industry.
bad guy.
It's the
I'm not
industry.
a bad guy. I'm not a weirdo. I'm just a guy who's in love with his own head that drives 15 women around in a Sprinter van.
With donuts.
Well, I'm going to
What's
walk out of
weird
the
about
room
that?
so that you fuck your own head.
No.
I'm gonna
Hey,
close my
buy
eyes
me
so you
dinner
can fuck
first.
your own head.
Hey.
And as the sun set on the final day, Gregory fucked his own head.
No, you can't do
Yes,
epilogue.
my
You
eyes are
can't do an
closed.
epilogue. That's not how
And
this
oh,
works.
look, the costume came in. Man who fucks his own head. And
That's-
the face is this.
Wow. Okay, should we go out giving everybody our favorite face to do
No,
while we model?
you should go out giving you fucking your own head. I'm closing my eyes because I'm a kid.
Okay, here we go. Whoa, let's dim the lights. So, what do you do for work? You're ahead? Okay. Why don't we unbutton some of that hair? Oh, God, I've never been with somebody like this before. This is crazy. Ooh, sorry, this never happens. I usually perform really well. So how do you want to get going? So, yeah, I guess, yeah, we can start slow. I'm kissing my own lips. Wow, it feels amazing to kiss your own lips. Whoa, head, what are you doing? You're turning around? You want me to rub your neck? I'm not really into that. I'm kind of into whatever's above it. Oh, foreplay. I get it. I'm nothing like feeling your own tongue against your own tongue. Wow. Oh, wow. La, la, la. La, la.
Singing.
Whoa. Oh, you're just like I imagined, but so different. I can't wait to be inside you. Okay. Let's figure out how this next part goes. Wow. Wow.
This has been Artist on Artist on Artist on Artist answering the question. Now that's why they call it showbiz. We'll see you next time.
That was for the
Good
time
night.
you made me do 1,000 fucking, what was it?
Numbers. Yeah, that's 100.
Oh my God.
Good night, Hollywood.
Good night,
night,
Hollywood.
And we have a Patreon. You can join our Patreon where we release, we do live stream episodes. We made Jeremy dance 12 weeks in a row and we talked about it. And we do bonus episodes for every episode, including this one. So come join us on there and come hang out, and happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Bye.
Artist on Artist on Artist on Artist is an improvised Hollywood roundtable podcast created, performed, and produced by Kylie Brakeman, Jeremy Culhane, Angela Giarratana, and Patrick McDonald. Music is by Gabriel Ponton. The opinions expressed on this podcast do not reflect the opinions of anyone who works on it, not even the performers, because this is an improvised podcast and we're stupid. Full video versions of AOA are available on YouTube, so please like and subscribe, and leave us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. Good night, Hollywood!